Hello friends, myself Chole Prashant Ramesh Rao, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya, Chapuli. Today we are discuss about the hydrological cycle. What is it? What is meant by hydrological cycle? Hydrological cycle is also known as a water cycle or hydraulic cycle. It is a continuous movement of water on above or below the earth surface of land. Water never leaves the earth. It is always present in the form of surface water, in the form of groundwater, or in the form of vapors, or in the form of ice, glaciers, etc. It is a constantly being cycled through the atmosphere, ocean and land. This process known as the water cycle, and the energy source of this cycle is the sun. The hydraulic cycle has a profound effect upon the climate prediction. So what is meant by hydrology? Branch of science to study the movements and characteristics of water under or over surface or earth is called as hydrology. This image shows the brief process of hydrological cycle. In this image we see the ocean water, surface water, groundwater flow, river water flow. Due to the sun energy, here evaporation process takes place, evapotranspiration takes place, condensation, here is a precipitation. Next we discuss in detail about this image. What are the different components of hydrological cycle? Number 1, evaporation, evapotranspiration, condensation, precipitation, interception, infiltration, runoff and storage. First, evaporation. Evaporation occurs when water changes from liquid state to gaseous state due to the sun energy. Here in this image we see the surface water evaporate due to the sun energy. Also here a groundwater also. Evaporation occurs on water surface like lakes, seas, etc. Evaporated moisture is lifted into the atmosphere. Next is a evapotranspiration. What is meant by evapotranspiration? Evapotranspiration is water evaporating from the ground and transpiration by plant. Groundwater is present. Plants absorb water for their growth from its roots, and the presence of water in the leaves, branches in the water that transpires due to the sun energy, that water evaporate into the atmosphere, that is called as a evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration is also the way water vapor enters the atmosphere. About 90% of atmospheric water comes from evaporation, that is from the surface water, while the remaining 10% is from the transpiration, that is from trees, grasses, etc. Water is evaporated from lakes, streams, oceans and the plants. This is the condensation process. Ocean water evaporated. Here is the desert slope. What is meant by condensation? Condensation is the process by which water vapor changes into the water. Water vapor condenses to the form of dew, fog or clouds. What is meant by condensation? The water vapors changes into the water. Condensation takes place due to the cooling of water. As water in the form of gas rises higher in the atmosphere, it starts to cool and become a liquid again. When a large amount of water vapor condenses, it results in the formation of the clouds. Condensation can form fog, dew and clouds. What is meant by fog? Fog forms when air near the surface is cold and nearly saturated with water. Now, when the water from the ground evaporates, it condenses immediately, forming teeny water droplets that create a low-lying cloud. We call it is fog. Dew. Dew forms at night when air becomes saturated with water vapor. When this saturated air comes in the contact with plants or other subject, it condenses, leaving teeny water droplets behind on the object. We see early in the morning on the plants, on the grass, on the plant leaves, the teeny water droplets, that is called as a dew. Clouds. When the air containing water vapor is heated by the sun and it rises into the atmosphere by convection, the water vapor in the air is cooled by the colder air at the higher in the atmosphere, causing the relative humidity to increase. As the relative humidity increases, the air eventually becomes saturated. The water vapor then condenses into the teeny water droplets around the particles of dust or salt in the air. These teeny water droplets make up clouds. Now, transpiration. Transpiration occurs when plants take in the water from the roots and release it through the leaves, a process that can clean water by removing contaminants and pollution. Transpiration is the biological process that mostly occurs only in the daytime. Water inside plants is transferred to the atmosphere as a water vapor. We show this in this image. Here is a groundwater. It absorbed by the roots of plants and leaves it, and the transpiration is occurs due to the sun energy. Here in this image clearly shows the leaves evaporate the water due to the sun energy. Only a small portion of water is retained by the plants. Now, precipitation. Precipitation is also known as rain. When the water in the clouds gets too heavy, the water falls back to the earth. This is called as precipitation or rain. Precipitation is the process that occurs when water particles fall from the atmosphere and reach the ground. Precipitated water may fall into the water bodies or on land, that is in the lake, river, oceans or on the land. It can then go to streams or penetrate into the soil, that is ground. The different types of precipitation occurs depend on the climatic conditions. That is number 1, drizzle, rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, hail. Here is the rain, freezing rain in the form of ice, sleet, that is snow, rain. Snow falls into the warm air, melts into the rain. Snow melts, heat, cold air freezes when it hits something. Interception. Interception refers to precipitation that does not reach the soil, but is instead intercepted by the leaves and branches of plants and the forest floor. Here we see the interception process. When rainwater comes, it stay on the leaves or a forest floor. Next is the infiltration process. Some precipitation seeps into the groundwater and is stored in the layer of rock below the surface of the earth. Here, when precipitation occurs, some water infiltrate into the soil that percolate and recharge the groundwater and stay for a longer period in the rocks. This water stays there for varying amounts of time. Some water may evaporate into the hydraulic cycle within days, while other water will stay in the ground for a centuries or more. This process of precipitation seeping into the ground is called infiltration, and it is measured into the inches per hour or millimeters per hour, and the measuring instrument is called as infiltrometer. In this image we show the process of infiltration. Here is precipitation occurs, initial loss, that is surface runoff, and next is here some water infiltrate, percolate into the rocks, and ground recharges occur. Next is runoff. Runoff is a precipitation that did not get absorbed into the soil or did not evaporate. That water is directly going into the lake, river or oceans, that is called as runoff. Runoff causes soil erosion and also carry the chemicals and substances on the ground surface. Storage. There are three basic water storage. One is the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, water stored in the form of vapors, on the earth surface in the form of lakes, rivers, oceans, storage reservoirs, and in the groundwater. Underground storage occurs in soils, in the cracks of rocks, etc. Thank you.